Alright everybody, welcome to another hands-free unboxing video. This time we are doing, once again, the Eaglemoss Hero Collectors or Eaglemoss Collections Star Trek Official Starships Collection. This one is the USS Equinox, NCC 72381. The Equinox, or the Nova class, was a science vessel in the Voyager series. I guess it would be like the post-TNG Deep Space Nine, Voyager era. You can see it there with the battle damage, or I guess yeah, it would be battle damage, but they went through some stuff out there in the Delta Quadrant. We'll just tell you that. Basically, the Nova class Equinox was introduced in Star Trek Voyager as a complementary ship to the Intrepid class Voyager. They encountered this other crew who was also stranded in the Delta Quadrant on the other side of the galaxy, and very different approaches to survival out there. And so we got to have a look at what another ship of that era would potentially be going through in the same situation or similar situation. Anyways, it's always been a fascinating ship to me because while it is, I guess you'd say, a future design for Star Trek, you know, like if you're accustomed to the Next Generation or the classic era, it is a little bit different, but in many ways, to me, it is actually kind of a traditional ship. You have your saucer section, your primary hull here, and then you've got your raised warp nacelles. It was like a tiny version of an old school Star Trek design. And you see a lot of scarring there and stuff. What I would like to see, and we'll see here in the model, because the model we get is, you know, perfect, which is great. I'm actually very okay with that. There's no battle damage or anything, but an alternate version with battle damage would be kind of cool. Anyways, little behind the scenes fact, the Equinox, or excuse me, the Nova class was actually designed based off of a Defiant concept design from the 90s, the early 90s. So they took a design that could have potentially been the Starship Defiant and didn't make the cut. They turned that into the Nova class. Nice little science vessel. Basically, this ship was meant to replace ships like the Oberth class. And let's get everything out of there. Okay. Kind of preserve that if we can. The stand there, USS Equinox, NCC 72381, 2009 A/A. Again, I don't know why this matters to people, but apparently it does. I always see that in these unboxings. Alright, not a huge model ship, but actually not too bad either. I am concerned about this warp nacelle right here. Right off the bat, you can see it's got some bending there. Yeah. This one here is a little bent. Might be able to correct it with a little bit of careful bending back the other direction. Want to be careful though, I don't want to break it right now. Anyways, let's take a look beyond that. First off, very nice. We have the translucent pieces here, the translucent blue. Kind of disappointing that they went there, but not the translucent red on the Blizzard collectors. But I suppose you can't have everything. The little upper deflector dish up here on the front of the saucer that is just painted on, but it is pretty well detailed there. USS Equinox badging there. You have your nice raised phaser strips, even with the warning paintings around. Oh my goodness, look at that! The escape pods are numbered. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. Let me see what they're numbered on this side. Well, how about that? That is pretty neat detailing. Actually, that's what's nice about a ship that is pretty small like this normally. Like it's because this is a smaller ship with larger details on it, when you make it at this scale, those details are more pronounced. So that is kind of nice. Imagine the Defiant would be similar. You got your windows there, Those are, you know, molded indentations. You got your RCS thrusters here on the corners, phaser strips there. But yeah, I was saying you have the nice little red, I guess you'd call it warning labels around the phasers. Those are not perfect, but it is kind of cool to have them there. You have the badging on the top of the nacelle. Yeah, this nacelle is definitely messed up there. Slanted forward and tilted to the side. If it were just kind of tilted to the side, it looks like it matches. You know, it's not too bad, but it's that forward slant really messes with it. Why is it that the warp nacelles always have these issues? All right, then we got the little fins on the nacelles there. We have the texturing, I guess, or the shaping in the hull going along the back spine here. More details all the way down to, I believe that's a shuttle bay there. It's got to be a pretty small shuttlecraft though. More phaser strips. The ship has pretty good coverage for its phasers for a small ship like this. I believe that could be photon torpedo launcher. Not 100% sure. I haven't quite looked at all the specs of the Nova class. Oh, almost there. Almost there, Eaglemoss. Then we move to the other side. We'll look at the underside. I like the detailing down the pylons. Yeah, that's one thing I'm really liking about this. Because this is such a small ship, in comparison to other Starfleet ships, at this size, at this scale, you see a lot of detail. Interesting, it's like an upside down reversed USS Equinox back there. You have your ventral phaser strips here on the bottom. Those are all, well, this one has like is raised. These ones are kind of, yeah, they are too. Okay. Then you have your exposed greebles here, because this is a smaller ship. Those kinds of details are a lot more apparent. You have your, I'm going to assume it's kind of like the one on Voyager, where this is like an atmospheric aero shuttle, whatever they called it. And then here we have the deflector. That is pretty detailed, well molded, well painted. But again, I'm kind of disappointed sometimes when they don't do these in the translucent pieces. But it doesn't look too bad, honestly. I mean, overall, yeah, like this is a pretty good ship, and the detail is really, really good. The painting is pretty darn good. I'd say my number one gripe is let's get the nacelle fixed. I'm going to try and do that. I don't know if I'll do. Ooh, yeah, I don't like that sound. Okay, so we'll probably just leave it as it is, because unless I plan to re-super glue it into place, which that's a possibility. Honestly, it doesn't look like the pylon is too messed up. It's really just that the nacelle is like attached to it incorrectly. So I could potentially cleanly snap this off and re-glue it to it. I would, yeah, because that's gonna really bother me. But overall, the rest of the ship is pretty darn good. Look at the details. I mean, you got your little bridge cap here, the sunken in bridge, tactical reasons, obviously, size saving or space saving as well, I assume. But yeah, the paintwork is good. The shaping is good. There is this gap here. That's pretty apparent. The connection between the saucer section and the engineering hull here is a pretty apparent gap. But I will say, yeah, you can see this is the plastic here, and then it goes and is the insert into the saucer. So this is a pretty good chunk. This up here is die-cast metal all the way back. All the way back here. Yeah. And then you get the plastic. So yeah, the entire top of the ship, the entire top half is die-cast metal. And the bottom is the plastic. Those two little red dots, I think those are... Oh no, there's some sort of warning things. I wonder where the forward torpedo launcher is on this. I'd have to look into that. Anyways, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Like I said, look at the detail. The detail is really good. The coloring, really good. The paintwork is very good. There's really not a lot to complain about except for this. Like, but again, I know I'm being a little too gracious. I know I can fix that though. Give me just a second. I want to put it up on the stand and we'll see how that goes. So just as an additional note, unless I'm putting this on wrong, this is very tight. And it's not fully going into the stand, into the base, the stand. So, but it is tight there, so it should be okay. But yeah, just a little bit tight in the stand. However, it's pretty darn secure in the stand, in the holder. Yeah, that's not going to like flip out like the, I believe it's my Saber class that does that. So it goes in there and pretty secure. Well, I'm going to take some photos of it. We'll have some nice photos here at the end. Like I said, I really like this ship. Despite their flaws, I'm a fan of Eaglemoss. There's not really anywhere we can get these kinds of models with this kind of detail, you know, the nice translucent pieces in it, and it not be like a Hot Wheels thing or something. The breadth of the line, there's also that. So, yeah, overall, I like these. I really like this, but look at that. Look at that warp nacelle. Just like drooped over there. So I will probably attempt to fix it myself, but it would just be really nice if Eaglemoss could get it together and we not have to worry about these things. I understand that this isn't some easily produced, mass-produced thing. You know, you're not printing millions of these things. You know, it's probably on the scale of tens of thousands, if anything. But anyways, that is the USS Equinox NCC 72381 Eaglemoss Hero Collector model ship. I will get some photos of it, and yeah, hopefully this helped you decide whether or not you want to go ahead and purchase one of these. I'd say you might get better luck, and this wouldn't be an issue for you. The other aspect of this is, I basically got this free. I purchased it on a sale with a code that Eaglemoss had, alongside another model, which will get its own video here shortly. I'm going to be doing the USS Shran from Star Trek Online. But anyways, and because of that discount code, I basically, it was like 40% off. So it was almost and this was also already discounted by several dollars. So it was basically a buy one, get one. So I can't complain that much when it comes to the value. If you're shopping Eaglemoss, my best advice is do it when they're having a sale. Sign up for their email alerts. You will get plenty of promotion from them. And you'll get codes, you'll get alerts to sales they're doing, specific sales. I got this on the Cyber Friday or Cyber Monday. I don't remember which one it was. And that was how I got this for basically nothing. So there's that. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next one.